20s.
Thank you.
I would have
Yeah, no,
gave
I'm
her
not
at
in my
the most
20s.
30 at the
Yeah,
most,
I'm
just because
definitely way older.
she's mature. I mean, you can tell the maturity in you, but looking at you, I would have gave you at the most 30.
Yeah, most people don't never think I am as old as I'm. I have a son that's 19 years old. So,
Mm-hmm.
On
and
track.
when I'm with him, people think that we're like friends because I'm cool with my son. Not like friends, like, but he respects me where we could have normal conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be 42 in 9 days, and my daughter, my oldest, should be
Somebody said
22 in
21.
August.
Hopefully, I get to that age and still be.
No, they said your father has 125 kids.
Oh, 125. Well, is believe it or not, I just recently found a new brother. So we're still finding them, but it's interesting how is this is the great part about us having a family that was together, where we had a polygamy structure where everybody was together. If I don't remember a brother, then I can ask my mom and be like, "Hey, do you know who such and so is?" And she'll be like, "Who's his mother?" And she'll be like, "Oh yeah, he did have a baby by her, and they might have left." You know what I mean? But yeah, that is your brother. So we definitely still have the mothers around to tell us, the older mothers. Let me get this right, because there's stages. There's older mothers that, that know all of the children and stuff like that. So, and my mom is one of the older moms. She used to sew for my dad. She helped him write some of the books and stuff. So, she's been around. She was around during the earlier stages of his organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Royalty, I believe your father's gonna walk out of that prison.
Girl, please. Everybody they've been saying he gonna walk out of that prison for 19 years, honey. I'm still trying to figure out how he gonna do it. If he's gonna, I don't know,
Teleport.
levitate out of it. Like, I don't
He'll
know.
teleport.
Facts, you know what I'm saying? Listen. I've been waiting for these people. Been telling me this for years, and I'm sorry to say it the way I'm saying it. But that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if he could have walked out of there, he'd have walked out of there by now, honey. Then people don't want him to walk out of there. Okay, he's a threat. They don't want him to walk out of there. They don't want him to read. They don't want They don't want black people to read. They don't want black people to do history. They don't want. They don't want them to do research. They don't want to do it. They don't want you to do that. So for anybody that's out there to teach knowledge and stuff, they guess what? They become a threat.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Nature Boy ain't no damn threat then, because he don't teach shit.
He's
He
not.
spread diseases.
Right.
Knowledge he
Exactly.
regurgitating, and I don't even believe he read books. I think he's one of them YouTube scholars. He
He
watch
don't read
videos
books. You could
and
tell he don't read
regurgitate.
books. You could ask him about a book. He'd be like, "What?"
Don't read it.
Mm. The only book he's ever read probably is the Bible.
Which is Royalty? Which one is your favorite book?
I like the Mind Book and Your Potential.
I like the Tahuti the hold on a second, it's right here.
The Ancient Wisdom of Tahuti.
Oh Lord, she get ready to try to kiss your ass now.
So next,
Oh, the Metroneta. The Metroneta. That's different. Yeah, that's a different.
yeah, that breaks down everything.
Yeah, I do
Everybody
love
else
that
see that
book.
too.
You ever heard of the poet Khalil Gibran?
Yeah.
Isn't he deep?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. That's why I said there's a lot of people out here that are actually teaching. You get what I'm saying? That's why I don't understand why these people are running to these bums. They ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? I
Because
just
you
don't
guys
understand
think
it.
about it, it's still the same. You know, when you don't read, when families are broken and people aren't teaching at home, then the first time you hear something that sounds enlightening, you own it.
Facts. That's how you know most of these people are not searching for they're not searching for right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding. They're just searching to be at a big ass party. These people just want to do what they're doing. They don't want to elevate further than where they're at. They comfortable
Real
where they're at right now.
elevation comes with change. You actually have to do something. You
Wait, somebody said
actually
they
have to
father wrote the
work.
book. Your father wrote what? The Metronetta? Ooh,
Mm.
please pull up on the panel, okay? Can you come up on the panel?
Oh, that's Chef Anu.
Heck yeah, I want her on this panel.
I didn't want to use honest,
Peace
but
and
man.
love. Hi, how you doing?
Peace, peace, ladies. How you
Greetings.
guys
Let it
doing?
up. Let it up.
Yeah, I would like to know your experience because, that being your father, and I know your father, his books is right now, a lot of people are searching for those books, you know. What kind of experiences have y'all had, when it comes down
Um,
to trying to keep that message alive, you know?
I mean, it's like you said, anyone that has knowledge, or they're really trying to uplift Black people, they're seen as a threat, you know. So there are, a lot of situations where, the government tried to, send people there, acting like they were there for classes and lectures, but they were really undercover, just like
Yep.
trying to take them down.
Yep.
Um, Especially, it's like, we were also polygamists,
Mhm.
My mother was the second wife.
Mhm.
So we always felt like we had to, hide who we were.
Mhm.
Um, like I just now started speaking, about it. Like typically I
Mhm.
wouldn't I wouldn't really talk to people about this. Like growing up, especially like in college, I would
Mhm.
never talk about this.
Mhm.
I'm just now getting comfortable speaking about it because I got tired of hiding.
Yes, I
Like
know how you feel. Mhm.
yeah, like these tools actually help people. The books. Um, it's like it's a spiritual system. That was brought back from ancient times
Mhm.
that people have been using, especially in my society for over, 40 years.
Mhm.
And, you can tell if a system is working based upon the conduct of the people that are using the tools.
Facts.
And, you know, um, it's just, because we're not, out there being loud about it, they've kind of, left us alone. Like, my dad had to be very, just very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm sorry, I'm so tired. I was up late. Actually, I didn't go to sleep, so I'm a little tired. But he just had to be careful about how he went about it because they were definitely out to get him. Like I remember, coming home and there would be like headless chickens, scattered around my house.
Oh
Like
my.
I remember, yeah, I remember like they had put like like some kind of poisonous white powder, like around my house, just doing things like they dragged my father. Actually, this happened years ago, like maybe over a decade ago. We were in the house and two white officers came into the house, dragged him out of the house. My mothers are screaming like, what's going on? They didn't identify themselves. My dad was in his pajamas. Um, they arrested him over like some crazy made up charges, just to get him. Um, but they don't know who they're messing with because, we do rituals, we do meditations. Our power, our power is nothing to be messed with,
The universe brought you to me for a reason. I was gonna say, yo, me and you need to connect for sure. For sure, me and you need to definitely connect. But yeah, the universe brought us together for a reason. Her dad is the person who writes all of the Metronetta books that are out right now. Yes, that those books right there. Everyone must pick up these books. You must pick up these books, every single one of them, because I believe he has different book. There's different books to it. So yes,
Royalty. If I didn't
yeah.
pick up the
the
book,
name
you would never make
Metronetta.
that connection.
Huh?
Royalty. If I didn't pick up the book, you would not make the connection with
Facts.
Chef Anu.
So can you type the name in the box? bottom as well too?
It will be
Yeah,
my
because
honor.
somebody's
It will be
asking
my
what's your
honor.
name.
Sure. And before I do that, it's so funny because um, my phone was the volume was all the way down low. I didn't know what you guys. I don't know what you guys were talking about. Still don't. I just kind of clicked on the room
Mhm.
and saw a black a whole bunch of black women together.
Mhm.
And I was gonna turn up the volume once I finished doing what I was doing to see what you guys were talking about. But I happened to just glance at my phone and I kind of saw the book. And I was like,
Okay.
hold on one second. I was like, I just happened to look down at the right moment. And I was like, oh, snap.
Definitely.
She got my dad's book. It always makes me so proud when people,
Yes.
have access to tools to help them, with their spiritual development.
Mhm.
Yo, Chef Anu, I've been to Egypt and Israel with no money because of the knowledge of that book.
Oh, wow.
He
How
got
did that
some jewels in
happen?
that book.
It's because I tampered in to my godlike self. And you see, royalty, this is the type of energy I bring. I'm a bridge that brings positive people together. And you got to see it when I held my book up, how you made that connection.
Mhm.
So now you're going to see who I am and how I flow. I do things and it happens.
Yeah. See.
All right. All
Somebody
right.
said, where was the book when you was supporting Nature Boy?
I
Oh,
know. Feeny, are you coming up? I don't know if she want to come up or not.
Mm.
Yeah, but definitely. See, we were all in discussion about Nature Boy and how he's out here pretty much not really teaching for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? He's more so teaching so that he can reap the benefits of having an organization or just having a bunch of women around him for the whole polygamy. I'm sure you understand what we're talking about. That whole thing, has no mission statement, no purpose, no knowledge, no books, no anything. You get what I'm saying? Just a bunch of concubines or women just
Just
on a
STDs and
facts.
infections and yeah, shit like that, and lice and everything that you can think of that's nasty. That's what they got.
That book.
Yeah, I'm familiar with him. And just coming on Bigo, a friend suggested go on Bigo. It'll be a good platform to promote your cookbook, and because she knows I don't really like social media. But she's like, you need to put yourself out there, go on all the apps. And I just happened to stumble on not stumble, but I decided to take her suggestion. And I was surprised to see that he was so popular on here. I didn't even know he was on here.
Ashe.
I was just,
Ashe.
I was very surprised. But a lot of people have tried to take him down, and there haven't been any type of results. Um, and people like that, that's when you have to go within the spirit.
Ashe.
Because someone like Nature Boy, he doesn't have enough to be a threat to the government.
Facts.
If it was a bunch of white girls, in that cult, then he would have been a threat. But you know how they feel about us black women. They're not gonna press. There was one white girl in his camp, and it was all over the news. When her family, caught wind of what was going on, that's when it got media attention.
Wow.
Cult leader has, Becky, her. That's not her name.
Karen.
It was all over this. But like for me, if dealing with something, out of me, doesn't work, then I take it inside. Um, and it's not. I don't want people to think, oh, voodoo and this and that. Meditation is powerful.
Facts.
you can literally change your reality
Yes.
by meditating, visualizing, using the proper breath work. And it's not it might take a little bit more than that, but you can affect change, by, going within it. Um, and it's proven to work for thousands of years. Why do you think ancient was so to this day there has society greater? I'm sorry, there hasn't. Some have tried and all have failed.
Facts.
Because we had these spiritual tools, we were able to create a society, that was based on becoming a divine being. It was, a third, way of how we, live, and that's what we do. That's what my father teaches. He's brought back these ancient teachings and has given African Americans, these tools, and white people also have his book. I'm surprised when I see white people, have his book. I'm like, wow, but he actually, wants to have his books because he wants them to, use that to be an example to change, um, their people. They're not allowed in our society, but they can have, they can buy his books on Amazon, But he's like, no, heal yourself so you can heal your brothers and sisters because, they ain't acting right. You know, that's, I feel like, if you're going to do something, it's great to talk about it, but when you're really, down to making the plan to do something about it, you got to move in silence. You know, you know, he can't know your plans, because, he seemed to be like, oh my, like this one, but he's smart. He's very smart. Like I listen to him. Like he might seem dumb, like oh my god,
He's con
that's so
artist smart.
stupid. But